gives me great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's world premiere of the Year of Getting to Know Us. You know, films like this take a long time to get made, to get together. There's almost an archetypical dysfunctional family comedy that plays at Sundance. And what's great about this film tonight is that it plays against expectations. You've never seen parents like Sharon Stone and Tom Arnold, trust me. And Jimmy Fallon gives a performance which is absolutely superb. Yeah. This is a film that's written beautifully. Jimmy, sit down. Jimmy, sit down. Later, Jimmy, later. This film's wonderfully written, wonderfully executed, and a wonderful directorial debut with great pleasure, writer, director, Patrick Sisam.
Wow, this is great. I've been in this room a few times before. The first time I was here was about 4 or 5 years ago for Bertolucci's The Dreamers. And he was supposed to be here for the film, and he had back problems and sort of got stuck, I think, in London. Jeff would probably remember better than I did exactly what happened. So he couldn't make it to the premiere of The Dreamers. And he did a video message that played here. And I remember him saying that his movie was about love and art. But the most important message is that orgasms are better than bombs. And I thought to myself, if I ever come to Sundance with a movie, I want to make a speech as good as that. So here I am stealing his. A friend of mine calls me an enthusiastic pessimist, and I use that a lot to write. And today I don't feel pessimistic at all. This is totally a dream come true. I wrote the movie with Rick Ballou, and we finished it, and we started sending it to producers and agents, read it, and people responded really positively to it. And everyone sort of said, this reminds me of my family, this reminds me of my father, this reminds me of my mother. But it wasn't until we started talking to actors who would come in to see me and would go, oh my God, you don't know my family. It just reminded me of everything. My mother fed me blueberries and caribou for 3 years. And we would go to my father's mistress' house, and you know, I'd wait in the car outside while he went in. And there's these amazing stories, which I was of course scribbling down to put to the script. I think what people respond to is that it's about the mess of life, and how it's important to accept the mess of life, and how that's really what this is all about. And relationships are imperfect, and you have to accept that. I want to thank some people. Firstly, Jeff and Sundance. I've been here almost a week. And it's been so spectacular. I've been treated so well by Jeff and by Robert Redford and Virginia Pierce and everyone. And I've sort of been a tourist here for the first 5 or 6 days. And it was the best thing I could have possibly done. I've been treated so well. So thank you very much. Also, I want to thank Holly Wiersma, who produced the movie. We met about 3.5 years ago. And in our very first meeting, we thought, well, we'd like this to happen with this movie. And we thought, well, maybe if it went to Sundance, that would be a pretty great thing. So it's been a long journey, but here we are. I'd also like to thank all the people at Ring, Lance, Ed, Lou, Florence, and Karen, and Paulette and Laura, and a lot of the crew that's here tonight, and of course the cast who you just saw coming in. Jimmy Fallon, who I knew was a big star when we were walking along the street in Jacksonville, Florida, and this guy drove by in his pickup truck and said, "Woo! Jamie Fallon!" Doesn't get any bigger than that. Yes, his dad. Sharon Stone. Tom Arnold. Ileana Douglas. And Tony Hale. Tony! who couldn't have been nicer and more fun and talented, all of them to work with, and it's so great to share this with them. I also wanted to say that Lucy Liu and Chase Ellison, who are the two other leads in the movie, wish they could have been here, but they couldn't, and they send their love.
Yeah!
Finally, a lot of my friends and family are here, and it's about family, this movie, and I had a great childhood. This isn't my parents. Although Sharon, I don't know where I was going with that. So much trouble. But my friends and family are incredibly supportive of what I do. And I know this sounds like a cliche, but there's no way I could have ever made this movie without them. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the movie. I hope you laugh. I hope you maybe cry. If you weep, do it quietly. And at the end of it, tell someone you love them.